Good morning. Today I want to talk about business success. And it was kind of funny. I was setting up the video and the cameras today and the microphone because the sound in the street is a little bit loud. And I noticed, and you'll see this picture here, of a bird, like I would say is an eagle, up in the clouds. There's just kind of this outline of these clouds. So it was kind of cool to see that as I was setting up, because and I think it was an eagle because it's a majestic, very powerful, bird. So today I want to talk about business success and some things that I think are fundamental you need to look at. And even Pagan said it best, and I follow kind of his philosophy, is you have to look after you, your market, your marketing, your people, and then your systems. So I want you to write that down. You, your market, your marketing, your people, and your systems. And this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I want you to stick with me, because if you can assess these areas of you, your market, your marketing, your people, and your systems, you're going to see how you can have success in your personal life and in your professional life. So let me break down each, right? And like I said, I'm going to try to keep this video short, but it might be a little bit longer, so stay with me. Most people are looking at achieving success, being healthy, having fun, enjoying themselves. And I'm going to be honest with you, cut out all kind of the bullshit. At the end of the day, we just want to have fun and we want to enjoy. We want to be happy, we want to live, we want to experience life. People might want to say, oh, I want money, oh, I want cars, I want that. But at the end of the day, it's joy. They want to be happy. They want to laugh and have fun. That's what it's about. Right? When you have materialistic things and that's your focus, as fast as you get them is as fast as they can be taken away. Issues can happen, and then what happens, that's when you see that roller coaster of up and down of being happy and having joy. So first is looking after you, your health, your wellness, your well-being, your mindset, right? And I want to talk really about your mindset today when I talk about you, because last video I talked about looking after your health, exercising, drinking good quality water, getting sleep, reducing stress, which I know yesterday was a stressful day for me. A lot of 9 of my websites got hit with a virus, so stressing, trying to get everything done and get everything back up and going, while still trying to deliver and be of service to my business friends. So with that in mind, you have to look after you. You have to make sure you eat properly, you hydrate, you exercise, you do the right things so you can have abundance of energy to keep going. Then you have to look at your mindset, right? How are you thinking? Do you have stinking thinking? Are you not calm, composed? Do you get frustrated fast? Are you short-tempered? Do you not listen? Right? All these things that will hinder your growth in business and success. And this is for your personal life and for your professional life. If you're not listening to your significant other and you're going through debates and discussions and it's just, you're trying to prove your point and they're trying to prove theirs and you're butting heads, it's no different from working with your business partner, a team member, or as you might call them, a client. If you're not listening, you're not going to be able to solve their problem. You're not going to be able to hear what they need, right, and what they want. So really looking after you, and again, being healthy, looking after your health and well-being. The next is your market. Now, if you're in business, and potentially you're watching this if you are, you have to look after what's happening in the market. How is it changing? What society, economy? What are the people looking for? Right? What do they need? What do they want? What are they passionate about? What drives them? What gets them enthusiastic about taking action? This is how you look at your market, right? And you get really engaged to deliver value, not just information, not just selling and pitching. And I'm going to tell you this, and this is, like I said, I'm going to be completely honest in my videos and straightforward. I see it right now when we come to marketing. When we don't connect to our market, when we're marketing, you're completely disconnected. You're selling and you're pitching to them where they're really not interested. They have enough commercials, videos, articles, a lot of junk that's coming towards them that they're ignoring. I mean, look at how TV ads are going down because people are ignoring commercials. They're either, they're getting Netflix, Rogers on Demand, or any type of television package that eliminates commercials. Then you got the other side where people are watching on YouTube or downloading it. So they're completely hitting their interest and their need for what they want and eliminating the junk that they don't want to listen to. And that's no different when you look at social media marketing and the amount of feeds that go through and posts that go through from Facebook to Twitter to Pinterest to LinkedIn, YouTube. I mean, just the list goes, Google Plus, the list goes on and on and on. And if we're not providing value and measuring the engagement by simple measurements. It doesn't have to be analytics and stats and figures and anything like that. It's simple as this. Are people liking your posts, right? Your videos, your articles? Are they commenting? And are they sharing it? Those are the 3 measurements. It's all that you really need. Once you get that and you see that, then you can measure everything over and above that. Demographics, age, sharing, potential, exposure, like whatever that may be, reach, impressions, I mean, all these technical terms. But if you can't get someone to like your post, like your article, like your video, you're completely disconnected. And that's when you don't understand your market. Next is your marketing. I've been in marketing right now for 10 years. And I'm not a formal, educated, MBA, BA from a degree. I understand marketing from working with people. My background comes from holistic lifestyle coaching, which is a mixture of psychology, working with health and wellness, listening to people. And I've been doing coaching and mentoring since I was 19 years old. And I'm 38 right now. And I actually even say before that, I've been coaching people when I was in high school and before that, just listening and giving them advice. But formally, I mean, I've been doing this since I was 19, being an assistant manager at a warehouse and moving up to managerial positions in companies that I've been in. I've always been a mentor. I've always been working with staff and team members and people and really working with them. And then what really hit home is when I was a holistic lifestyle coach, when I really got to connect to the core of people, when there's emotional, there's health issues, there's disease, there's challenges, and they really kind of open up and what they need and what they want, and learning about how people connect subconsciously to different things, energetically to different colors, to different terms and emotions. All that helped with my marketing and understand what people are wanting and then what they need. And a lot of times when you look at marketing, it's pretty simple. Tell the people what they want to hear and then give them what they need. So if you can do that, you can be synergistic that if someone's looking for how to make more money, and most companies, businesses, people in general are looking at how to increase profits or just make more money so they can pay their bills or enjoy life. Well, if you have it to make more money, but then you give them exactly the formula that they need to do that, and if it is as simple as the formula of them getting healthier, thinking better, clearing up the clutter in their life, in their office, in their mind, doing that so they can be more effective, more efficiently, it's as simple as that. But then helping them to understand this is how they would make more money and then giving that to them over and over again. That's how you market. And then making sure that you have a clean, consistent brand. You're delivering valuable information every single time that you're getting out there. That's what we look at marketing, not your sales pitch, your 10%, 15% off. Those are okay to do once in a while. But the real value, what people are having when you're marketing right now, and you got to think of the concept of marketing. Marketing really is, and its fundamental core is someone trying to provide their value and education to someone that they know, like, and trust. That's what it is. So they're trying to get that relationship so they know them, trying to get that relationship so that the person will like them, and then that they'll trust them to take action. That's it. It's not this big thing and you're trying to look at it in the sky that, the stats and figures, those are things just to measure later. But you have to understand the fundamental principles, which is this. You have to get them to know you, you have to get them to like you, and then you have to get them to trust you. So that's your market. If they can do that, then you're on your way. And I find working with companies and corporations, they're looking at the end means right? I need to get more leads, more clients. When you ask them about the means, the physical means of what they need to do right now, they get confused. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know what my clients want. Let's do this. But I have a week. I need to get clients in a week, and they have this urgency, but they don't realize that they're missing the key factor here. Is they don't understand their market, so they don't know how to market to them. So let's talk about like I said, I'm going to give you kind of the core foundation. This is a longer video. But let's talk about your people now. And this is a little bit of a harder subject for me because I've gone through transitions. I've gone through outsourcing and going overseas and doing all that, trying to, and as a business, keep my costs of my business down while, being profitable and still being in the market of the competitors that I work with. And this is why I said it's hard. They're not really my competitors, they're my colleagues, right? And not overpricing myself because you have to pay staff, you have to pay your team. So I'll give you an example. Say, and most people understand graphic design. So you go get a graphic designer, right, and they charge you anywhere from $60 an hour to $100 an hour, depending on the level of expertise, knowledge, and the quality of their product. So now, say you have to pay them $60 an hour. Well, as a company, you have to look at your taxes, HR, and unemployment, like all these other government taxes you have to pay and into. So what happens, you have to look at all that and say, okay, well, if it's $60 an hour, I have to charge at least $85 to $90 an hour. I'm just using this as an example. But then you do that and you're kind of going like, okay, who's going to pay for that? And then you have to get out to the market. Well, if your colleagues, other businesses, other companies are charging $60 an hour to their business friends, then what happens is you kind of go, I'm overpricing myself in the arena of my business. So what happens is then you have a hard time, you struggle, so you have to reduce your costs. So that's why, for example, a lot of times I was looking at outsourcing my videography, my video editing, not videography. I have a videographer here and I was doing some of it myself. But you're outsourcing it, so you're going overseas and you're doing that, so it keeps costing. And they're charging anywhere from like $8 to $15 an hour. So you're like, okay, good. So if I can charge, $60 to $100 an hour for being a videographer and then editing, then it's going to be cost effective. So there's a high profit margin. And same with graphic design. And I'll get back to graphic design because that's what I initially talked about. So when you're looking at graphic design, say the graphic designer is only $4 an hour to $12 an hour. Well, if you're charging $60 an hour, there's a huge profit margin. But the problem is that you have to look at your people, right? Look at, are these the right people that you want to work with? Are you getting the delivery? Are they able to communicate? Are they discussing things? Is the service being provided that you need? And what I had to think about is, what people do I want to work with? What people do I want to present to my business friends and have that relationship with? And eventually came down to, as I had to clean house, and I was working with a business friend of mine, and I was running into challenges. And when it was testing the measurable results, which is great, but it broke my system. And that's what we're going to talk about next, is your people and your systems. Right? But it broke my system, so I had to, clear house. And I lost that relationship, that business relationship. I still have that friendship. I lost that business relationship because my system's broken, which was good. It was testing and measure results, and I learned from it. So you have to make sure you have the right people in place. They have the right temperament and personalities. They can deliver on your services, and that you're doing great things. Now, on the client side, we'll talk in a business sense, but I call them business friends. But on the client side, you have to look at, are you working with the right people? Are they giving you as much energy back? Are they always draining and pulling? Are they the right people that you want to work with, that they're calling you at 6 a.m. in the morning and everything's blowing up? And I'll give you an example. There's some people that I have worked with in the past where you can tell they're in a fear state. Everything's, oh my God, it's not working out. And, I need this now. But when you sit there and you strip down the onion and the layers, you realize they don't need it now. They're struggling with money. They're struggling with their business. and they need someone to help them and support them on that side. But what they're portraying, what they're articulating is stress and urgency. But they don't really need that urgency. What they want is at the end of the day, is they want clients. And here comes back to the same thing. Tell them what they want to hear, but give them what they need. Right? So I told some of the clients that I was working with, some of the business friends, is that, yeah, don't worry, we're gonna deliver on time, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But at the end of the day, I'm saying to them, okay, so let's help you get clients, but we have to slow down here. Let's be more meticulous. Let's be more consistent with your systems, right? Make sure everything's in place, and that will help you get more clients, more revenue, more profit, more increase in finances and money, like just everything that you're looking for. And they're like, okay, yeah. And then when we slowed down and did things right, then they started to get the increase. So now they start to breathe. And that's a lot of times what you find with business owners right now, is that, especially with the solo entrepreneurs and small businesses, that they're really striving to achieve success quickly. And it's because the industries right now, there's so many people coming out and opening up companies that they have the competitors, and they get stressed and they get worried. So having the right people in place, both on your relationship side, and I didn't talk about that, but I'm going to talk about that right now. But having people on your relationship side, your business, your team, and then working with the right people, as and you'll call them clients, but business friends, and making sure they're the right people, that they're listening, you're giving the right energy to them, and they're giving it back to you, and they're listening and they're taking action. Because if they're not going to take action, what happens is you're just going to take their money, right? If they're clients and they're not going to do things. Now I'm talking about business consulting, marketing, anything along that line. Now if it's about a product, if they take it and they don't use it, that's up to them. But you're providing the value of the product that they want. Now, of course, if they want to do a return, that's something you work out. But I'm talking more when you're working with clients, that you're providing a service that you're trying to work with them. This can work from restaurants, real estate, coaching, personal training, financial advising, you name it. It's providing that value and working with them and making sure they're taking action so they get the results. And if they don't, it's okay to let them go, right? And let them go to someone else. And maybe it's not the right connection, right? It's not the right person you need to work with. They need to work with someone else. Now let's talk about relationships, and then I'll talk about systems. So the relationships that you have with your significant others. You might look at your team, and you might be looking at all these other aspects, but the one relationship you have to look at, or actually two, is you and then the immediate people around you that you work with day in and day out. That could be your significant other, that could be your partner, business partners, that could be your team. You don't have a healthy relationship with them and have good lines of communication. What's going to happen, you're going to get stressed, you're going to get worried, and it's going to break those relationships around you. So you really have to look at your relationships and assess yourself first, because any relationship is 50-50. Right? It's 50% you, 50% them. So you have to look at, how is that relationship, working out? Are you doing the right things? Are you listening? Are you being compassionate? All right? Are you providing value? Are you listening to understand? And then providing, the information that they're asking for? Or are you trying to, settle your ego and trying to win a conversation, trying to be better than that person? Or are you just trying to provide information to help and give value? These are key factors and key points that you have to look at, because a lot of times when it comes to relationships, we miss that. We miss those key factors. So really think about that when you're looking at and evaluating your relationships. The next is looking at your systems. How is your systems working out? Now, over the last 2 years, I've been going more and more paperless, more and more mobile in my business, that more of my information is backed up on the cloud, on backup services. I use services like Evernote for my note-taking and documentation, and my meeting notes, and all my client information, business friend information. So I take all that and put it on Evernote so I can have it anywhere I go. If it's on my iPhone, my iPad, I can log into a computer as long as it has internet access. Everything's right there, accessible to me. Then I've been using a software package called Teamwork, right, to manage my projects. So everything that's going on with my projects, I'm able to manage it, and then my team is able to be delegated, tasks in that project. They're able to see all the notes, put down information, provide files. We're able to track it. It's an amazing tool I've used, and I'd like to thank Mike Cates, who introduced me to it, and it's been phenomenal to help me grow. So what are your systems? What systems do you have in place, right, to manage your time, your business, your people? And let's go back to manage you, right? Your market, your marketing, your people, and your systems. What systems do you have in place to manage all of that? So that's kind of my overview of my systems. And of course I use email and video, and I am on my social sites, and I use Hootsuite to do that. So I'm just trying to think of all the systems that I have in place. So those are the ones that I use, and it's been phenomenal to use them day in and day out to grow my business. You might have seen just a bee flew by. But let's kind of get back into this, and I want to finish this off. So it's so important to think about you, your market, your marketing, your people, and your systems. You, your market, your marketing, your people, your systems. Keep going that over in your mind. You, your market, your marketing, your people, your systems. You keep that in your mind every single day, and that's what you're evaluating and you're assessing to see growth, to live your legacy. And that's what I talked about last video, to live your legacy each and every day. That's what you need to do, right? You, your market, your marketing, your people, your systems. You, your market, your marketing, your people, your systems. Keep going that over and over in your head. Comment below, because I really like to hear what you're going through right now with you, your market, your marketing, your people, and your systems to develop your business and become successful personally and professionally. I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.